looking. Mind you, I'm mad as hell, and I'm just looking because I need to find out who the snitch is. This Cantrell takes the Oreo pack and shoves it into his OCPs, you feel me? You got to sidestep and what if you would have sidestepped a little bit too much or a little bit too fast and the Oreos would have fell on the ground? Nigga, everybody in the dorm ate the Oreos but me. That's the I really should have said. I really should have just snitched and been like, yo, it was everybody in the dorm, man. He's a Look. Listen. I don't play that. The latex. Listen. What's poppin', YouTube? You already know it's your friendly neighborhood fandom, and today, you feel me? Today I got a very special video for y'all. Today I got a very special treat for y'all. Now, if y'all can hear my voice, I'm actually a little under the weather, which is why I have not brought y'all no videos this week. But I just thought, like, I at least need to post one, you feel me? And y'all also got a few coming in the next coming days, you feel me? But we for sure got to talk about this because this has been a topic of discussion that I let y'all know, like, damn near, like, 2, maybe 3 months before that I was going to actually let y'all know what happened. And so now here we are. This is the story about how I almost got kicked out of BMT. Now, I'm going to let y'all know, for starters, the person who almost got me kicked out of BMT is right here. You feel me? My guy, Cantrell. Now, Cantrell, I love him to death. I ain't even gonna lie. Cantrell is still one of the dudes to this day from BMT that I talk to on a daily, well, I'm not gonna say on a daily basis, but on a regular basis, you feel me? Me and Cantrell during BMT, especially after we almost got in trouble, it was actually a little bit before that, we was just like this, you feel me? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, he probably one of the top 5, maybe even top 3 funniest people that I actually know in real life. Like, Buddy can literally sit here and make anybody laugh. You can give me the most sternest, the most stone face, you feel me, person out there, and he will for sure make that person laugh just off of his, he don't even got to tell a joke. He could just be sitting there speaking and being so serious, he gonna end up making you laugh, you feel me? I only put this on for the beginning of the video, so I'm about to take this John off, you feel me? Yeah, that feels a lot better, you feel me? So boom, it's a Saturday, right? We had basic training and stuff, and now typically on Saturdays, your MTI normally leaves, you feel me, for the rest of the day, and I was tasked to make sure that everything else, you feel me, went accordingly, that we ate and all this other stuff, right? It's dinner time. So you feel me, everybody gotta go downstairs. We all gotta detail over to the, what was it, like the east side or whatever, because we live on the west side, but we gotta go to the east side of the squadron. Blase. So I'm like, hey, yo, time is, you feel me? We gotta go eat at like 5 or 6 o'clock probably. Told everybody, hey, yo, let's get it popping, let's get it moving. Now, typically, I normally be out there, or I'll be the last person out there. Everybody will be gone before I go, you feel me? But in this particular day, I had to do something a little bit extra in our dorm, so I think I stayed back behind a little bit too long. I goes, you feel me? I go ahead and everybody goes, we go to chow. Everything's normal, you feel me? Everything's normal. I end up having to do something a little bit afterwards, after chow as well, because I think I had to end up having to talk to like some MTIs. I had to go do some shit. You know, they be trying to send you on side quests and shit. Hey, look, listen. When people rely on you during BMT, even other MTIs that's not even yours, they might end up coming to you and they might end up asking you to do something just because they know that you're capable of doing it. You feel me? So I come back from chow and shit, right? And everybody's in like a frenzy, yo. Everybody, the moment I walk in, I opens up the door and everybody, yo, you feel me? Cantrell, he did this. You gotta see what he did. I'm over here thinking, God damn it, he done fought somebody, he done beat somebody's ass. Nah, bruh. Everybody has like this worried ass look on their face. So I'm like, yo, what happened? This nigga Cantrell done brought Oreos into this into the dorm. And it's like everybody in our dorm ate them. So now my first thought is, so why the fuck y'all ain't save me none? You feel me? I couldn't have had one. But I'm like, y'all couldn't have had saved me one. Wait, hold on. It's a side story for a note. If any of y'all see this video, y'all couldn't have had saved me one Oreo, my nigga. Now, mind y'all, Cantrell, people have already had like their eye on Cantrell as though if they trying to get him in trouble. It was a few people beforehand that would like bring up Cantrell's name whenever they was doing something stupid, where it's like, yo, like gang, like y'all gotta chill. And then also I think it was a few people that were upset the fact that I took, you feel me, Cantrell under my wing and stuff like that. You feel me? Because that's my guy. Like, I just didn't want him to get in trouble because, like I said, this nigga's too funny for his own good. So obviously, you already know, funny ass niggas in a military environment when you supposed to be serious, it's just not, it don't mix. It's complete opposite. Nonetheless, right? I'm still upset that y'all didn't give me no Oreos. But I go in there and I'm like, so where the Oreos at? Like, you feel me? Because I'm like, I want one too, you know, in the back of my mind. But I start getting serious and I'm like, all right, so what happened? Like, where the Oreos at? Everybody's like, nah, we already finished them, blase, blase. I'm like, everybody in the dorm finished them? Like, god damn, I hope they at least shared them in two. Nope, it was like 3, maybe 4 people at max that had one. They was going around scrunching that bitch. I'm like, yo, where they at? Pass me the bag. Oh, nah, it's already in the trash. I'm like, all right, Cantrell, bring your ass, bro. Like, we gonna go. Grab Cantrell and shit. You feel me? You ain't come up enough like that. I'm like, yo, no, we need to get the fuck out of here. We need to go bring this shit in there, right? So we bringing this shit, and I'm talking to Cantrell, and I'm like, bro, you know you just fucked up, right? Like, bro, this could get a nigga, what if you would have got kicked out or some shit? And he was like, nah, I had it straight. So this nigga, so I'm like, all right, then tell me the story of what happened. So apparently him and somebody else, you feel me, they gonna name unnamed, you feel me, my nigga Big Z, him and my nigga Big Z, you feel me, they was walking outside and shit. They see like this, cause if you feel me, if you're on Lackland and if you live in the Knights building, you gonna know, you feel me, that you got tech schoolers that are always coming by, blase, blase. So they see this tech schooler, right? And they like, Big Z's like, yo, I got 50 for the Burger King, you feel me, if you come bring me some Burger King. And Buddy's like, oh, for real? Oh, word? He comes up to Big Z and Cantrell, you feel me? They get to chopping it up and shit. Now, mind you, Z, he wasn't really being serious. He was just trying to make a joke. Because Z's also one of them funny ass niggas he's just a funny ass nigga. Like, he bound to make you laugh, bro. Buddy damn near look like Drake, bro. They get to yapping and shit, blase, blase, you feel me? I guess my mans, he had just came back from like grocery shopping and shit. So they chopping it up, and then Buddy's like, yo, you know what? Out of love for the fam, bro, I'm gonna give you these. And this nigga hands this nigga, I'm over here thinking the Oreo pack was like a small John. Nah, this nigga handed him a family double stuffed Oreo pack, my nigga. This nigga Cantrell takes the Oreo pack and shoves it into his OCPs, you feel me? And so my thought is, like, you ain't think that, like, what would have happened if the shit would have dropped out your OCP or something, or you know, y'all know the noise that, like, the crinkly noise that the Oreos make, like, my nigga, you about to go straight into what is wrong with you, my nigga? Yo, like, don't get me wrong. This shit is still funny to this day. I actually laugh about it all the time, and I still make fun of him. But my nigga, you was not thinking, like, what if you was to have been walking in the line? You got to sidestep and shit. What if you would have sidestepped a little bit too much or a little bit too fast, and the Oreos would have fell on the ground? What would have happened then? You feel me? But this nigga's like, nah, I had it. And then I'm like, bro, what if you would have sat down and it, like, was it not making no noise? Like, how did you manage to finesse this shit so well that you were able to get some Oreos all the way through chow, you feel me? And don't get me wrong, you probably only gonna be in like the chow hall for all of like 15 minutes at max. But how did you manage to do that and still, you feel me? And then also, y'all tell me why this nigga Cantrell then tells me he ain't even eat none of the Oreos because he don't like them. Like, my nigga, what? So you don't even fuck with Oreos, but you'll go out your way to go take some and bring some back? Like, I get it that you trying to feed the family and shit, but gang, what the fuck? And then on top of that, you ain't even save me one. What the fuck? Nonetheless, apparently it was all good. Apparently they said everything was all good. I'm still confused on, like, how this nigga did not drop them shits. But anyways, so we talking, and I'm like, bro, you couldn't have had thought, like, my nigga, maybe I shouldn't have had taken these. Maybe I shouldn't have taken these. You feel me? Like, out of everything that you could have did on that particular day, especially because we're on like week 4, maybe week 5, we got like 2 weeks at most left, my nigga. Like, we not trying to get in trouble, my nigga, and I'm not gonna get your ass sent home. Now, mind y'all, like I told y'all before in my previous video of, you feel me, of like my experience at basic training, this nigga Cantrell on the first night already tried to take his phone. So like I told y'all, he has a target on his back. So boom, we talking and shit, and we come back upstairs, you feel me? And everybody's talking to me and shit. I'm like, all right, it's gonna cool off. Like, ain't nobody gonna say no shit. Lawrence actually comes up to me, you feel me? And Lawrence, shout outs to my nigga Lawrence, man. One of my OGs, man. This nigga actually went through basic training before, and he got he didn't get kicked out, but like, you feel me, he got like medically discharged or whatever because of his eyes or some bullshit. For me, he had to end up redoing basic training. But Lawrence comes up to me and Lawrence is like, yo, gang, I'm not even gonna lie. This is some shit that niggas get sent home for. You feel me? Like, you really gotta figure this shit out. Cause if anybody says anything, it's gonna be your ass. Yes, Lawrence wore glasses. That's why I just put on the props. Yes. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. We gotta have a whole entire meeting now. But boom, that same night, actually, so Saturday night, I bring everybody into like the day room and shit, and I'm like, so y'all know what happened, right? Can we not talk about it? And everybody looks at me and they all like, yeah. Some people genuinely didn't know what was going on. They were like, what are you talking? What are you talking about? And the person, it's two people that I feel like snitched on me, and one of them was acting clueless as fuck. Like, oh no, what happened? What happened? I'm like, nah, we not gonna talk about it because it makes no sense of none of us talking about it. You feel me? So boom. I'm like, all right, cool, you feel me? It's all good. The next day, you feel me? We end up going to like services, which is church or whatever. We end up going to services. Everything's okay. Everything's cool. Now, mind y'all, our MTI is coming back on Monday. And like I told y'all, I did not feel like anybody was gonna snitch just because of the fact of like, what's the point? Like we're almost home, blase. And what's the point? We literally just talked about the fact of we not gonna speak on this shit. But Monday comes, right? Feel me? MTI banging on the door and shit. Everything's normal. I wake up same time. You feel me? We all get into beds ready and shit. Then he calls all of the element leaders and me, dorm chief, into the flight office and shit, right? And he starts asking. He's like, "Yo, so what happened this weekend? Was everything good?" Blase. We all like, "Yeah." He looks at me. You feel me? And he goes, "Dorm chief, everything went well this weekend, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, hell yeah, nigga." Mind you, nigga, my stomach is like, I'm all right. And I'm trying to play it off because I'm like, nah, ain't nobody snitch. But low key in the back of my head and in my stomach, I had that feeling like, shit, this nigga might know. He might fuck around and know. But at the same time, I didn't really think that nobody was going to say nothing just because like our dorm was so cool for the most part, other than these snitches that we had in there, which I would have never thought nobody would have snitched on nobody because why are we snitching? Boom. So we like, nah, he's like, all right, y'all go ahead. Y'all go back. You feel me? Then like, 10 minutes later, bro, he calls me in again. You feel me? He calls me and he calls my nigga Powell in. Powell was one of my element leaders. Shout out to Powell. I fuck with Powell to the fullest, you feel me? That's my guy. So he calls me and Powell back into the flight office, right? And he goes, "Dorm chief, what happened this weekend?" And I'm sitting there and I'm like, nah, nothing happened. Like, not a damn thing happened. No, really, what happened? I'm telling him like, yo, like, gang, like, ain't nothing going on. Like, everything is perfectly fine. You feel me? We all good. Like, nothing happened this weekend. Now, you got to understand is somebody left a note under the desk saying that somebody has something and you know where it is. So clearly and obviously something happened this weekend. He said, he literally just told me that somebody left a note, and clearly somebody did because I seen the little slip of paper on his desk and shit. And so I just confessed. And I'm like, all right, Cantrell had brought something into the dorm, but I took it out. I made sure that everything was straightened out and that I took it out. And he looks at me and he's like, what? They brought in what? Everybody. He gets up and shit, you feel me? Everybody, get up and face your wall locker. Who has it? Blah, blah, blah. What's going on? I ain't even gonna lie. Y'all might not get no more of me cosplaying. I ain't even gonna hold you because it's too much to get in and out of that shit. So he's upset as fuck. You feel me? Everybody is in and out. Blase, blase. Everybody's standing towards their wall locker. Now, mind y'all, our MTI, when he gets loud, like, you know him. When he's upset, you know he's upset. Like, he be getting red. His voice, he get extra loud. And he low-key, like, even though he was shorter than me, you feel me? The motherfucker was intimidating as shit. You feel me? Like, he was, from day one, he always used to intimidate the shit out of everyone. Obviously, except for me, I never really felt I felt it at sometimes, but for the most part, like, I was always in his good graces. So he never really bugged me like that. But we still in the office, and then he calls in Cantrell, you feel me? And he calls in Cantrell and shit. And we both sitting there, we both standing there and shit. We stand at attention, bro. Like, and he just starts going off, like, going off. He gets to yelling at Cantrell and shit. Nigga. Then he looks at me and Cantrell. Mind you, Powell's still in there too. He's looking at me and Cantrell. And he's like, yeah, so unfortunately, you and dorm chief are both going home. My nigga, my heart broke, gang. Bro, I ain't even gonna lie. When he said that shit, I ain't even gonna lie. I was ready to crash out. No bullshit. I was actually just ready to crash out because I was like, fuck it. If I'm going home, I'm going to take somebody with me. And it was at least maybe 2 or 3 people that I probably wanted to just, you feel me, give a nice little smack across the face and smack fire out their mouth. So I already had shit in my mind like, all right, I'm just going to crash out if I'm going home anyways. Like, shit. And this shit is over some bullshit on top of that. So nigga, so once he tells us that, my nigga, I dip out, you feel me? And I go to the bathroom and I'm stuck in the bathroom and shit. And I'm just mad as fuck. Like I'm straight Arnold fist, my nigga. And I'm just sitting there. Somebody comes into there and somebody's like trying to tap me and shit. I'm like, hey yo, get the fuck away from me. Like, move, gang. I'll be straight. And I'm just like, bro, like what the fuck? Like I thought I handled this shit the proper way and all this shit. I didn't think I would have been the last person that he would have sent home because I was his favorite. Like, come on, gang. Like I done did so much, you feel me? And bro, who snitched on me, bro? Who the fuck snitched on me? I need to fucking know who the hell snitched on me, bro. Cause y'all niggas is some grimy ass niggas for doing that bullshit. You feel me? There was absolutely no reason for y'all to be snitching over some damn Oreos. Did you not get an Oreo? Is that why? Cause I ain't get an Oreo either. But you still implicated my name into the whole situation. So I come out the bathroom and shit. Everybody's face towards their wall locker and shit. And I'm just looking around. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all dumbass niggas? I sit down and shit. Cause there was no reason for me to be facing my wall locker. Like the nigga, I already told the nigga where the shit was. You feel me? That it was out in the dumpster and shit. So I'm just sitting there and like 20 minutes goes by and he calls me and Powell back into the room. You feel me? Back into the day room and shit. And he calls Cantrell in there as well. And he's just sitting there and he's talking to me and he's like grilling me. And he's like, yo, like, he thought he could trust me and shit. And honestly, I kind of felt a little fucked up because he was saying that he put a lot of trust in me and I done did so much that I impressed him so much, you feel me, in the past that like, why is it that I felt like I couldn't tell him this out of everything? And it kind of made me feel like I fucked up his trust, you feel me? But he still fucked with me in the end, but he was just like, yo, like basically going down the list of like things that, you know, like he gave me a lot of he gave me a lot of responsibility, you feel me? With great power and shit comes great responsibility, you feel me? So I'm supposed to go and I'm supposed to tell him like, yo, I should have just let him know from jump. And like I said, me and Pal, like we just sitting there, we just standing there and I'm just listening, bro. Like to be honest, everything's coming into my mind and shit, like, cause I'm trying to see if it's even possible. I have yet to even say a word. I'm not even gonna lie. After I let him know like that I threw out everything, that I did not speak a word to him at all. But he goes and he's like, it's okay. I'm not gonna send you home simply because you did actually do the right thing and you made sure that, you feel me, nobody else ate the Oreos. Nigga, I capped out my ass. Nigga, I done told this nigga, ain't nobody eat the Oreo. Nigga, everybody in the dorm ate the Oreos but me. That's the fuck I really should have said. I really should have just snitched and been like, yo, it was everybody in the dorm, gang. Obviously, I'm not gonna snitch for real, but I probably should have. No, I shouldn't have had. Why the fuck would I snitch? Who the fuck do I look like snitching? I ain't part of YSL Rico. He ends up just like letting me know like, yo, like I'm not gonna send you home because, you know, like you've done so much and, you know, like this is really just like your first offense, because I've never gotten in trouble during BMT, like dead ass. I never even got one of the little slips. What is it called? Like a 341. I never even got one of those pulled. And he was just like, yeah, just next time, just let me know. You feel me? That's basically what he was saying. Like next time something like this just lets him know so that it's not going to be somebody else that's coming to tell him, so that at least it won't look bad on me because I already let him know. You feel me? He was basically just like, that's literally what he said. He said, yo, you gotta make sure that you cover your ass and let your supervisor, let whoever else know before you get in trouble, because everything will go a lot smoother as long as you do that. So I told him, I was like, all right, cool. He brings Cantrell in and shit. And he telling Cantrell like, yo, like, it's cool. You feel me? Like, you're good. Well, not that he was good, but he was like, I can't believe that you did this shit. Blase, blase. You need to get the hell out. Now get out of my face. Basically sent his ass away. And yeah. Then he called the whole entire dorm to a meeting. Like 20 minutes after that, we all sat down and shit. Now, this is where I was trying to look to see who the fuck the snitch was. You feel me? Because this was probably like the most important part. So I'm sitting there and I'm mad as hell, mind you. So and the way how it's set up, is the way how the room is set up. It's like a big ass room, you feel me? And everybody's typically on one side, and then it's and then on the other side, you feel me? It's our MTI, and then it's me. I always sat in front to go to see where everybody's looking, you feel me? Just in case, you feel me? Because I don't want to sit with everybody else. I'm different. So I'm sitting there and shit, and I'm just watching. And so he goes, "So who knows what happened?" And everybody's just like looking around. And he's like, "No, I'm gonna say it again. And raise your hand if you know what happened this weekend." And I'm looking. Mind you, I'm mad as hell. And I'm just looking because I need to find out who the hell the snitch is. You feel me? And I see somebody, and he was one of the element leaders, bro. And I'm not going to say your name, but you a bitch ass nigga, because probably was you that had snitched. But I ain't going to say that it was you because I don't know for sure. But this nigga is like sneakily raising his hand and shit. And I'm just like, all right. So I know exactly who the fuck it is. And me and him, we actually ended up having beef. It was like low key beef though. Like it was more so beef on his side because I guess he wanted my spot or some shit as dorm chief. I don't know. He was acting like he was in charge for like the last week or so, and I genuinely don't know why. Like, nigga, I was the reason why you ended up. I said your name when it came down to like, oh, who should be an element leader. Nigga asked me, and I said you. You feel me? But you a bitch ass nigga for that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. That's never gonna change. You feel me? You gonna be what you gonna be clearly, but it is what it is. But nobody said nothing. You feel me? My niggas did not slime me out, except for that one nigga. He was about to slime my ass out, but he never fully extended out his hand, and he was just like, all right. I don't need to hear nothing more. Y'all are on week 5. Y'all need to make it home. Blah, 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 blah. And that was the end. You feel me? My nigga Cantrell almost got my ass kicked out. Somebody snitched on both of our black asses. You feel me? And yeah, make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what's going on. Let me know what story y'all want next. If y'all want some more BMT stories, because I got a few more. You feel me? I got a story of like a nigga pissing the bed and shit, and we had to end up helping this nigga. I got a lot of stories. You feel me? But yeah, y'all let me know. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I love y'all so very much. Make sure that y'all mess with y'all go fuck with all of my socials. You feel me? And then make sure that y'all also slide in, and make sure that y'all also slide into the Discord. You feel me? Link in description. And I might leave like a pinned comment or something like that. But it's been your friendly neighborhood Phantom, and I'm going Ghost. Peace.